Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome back to our sacred space. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and join our beautiful spiritual family. And if you are returning, welcome back home. Take a deep breath with me right now. Ground your energy. Remember, as I read through these channeled notes today, only take the messages that deeply resonate with your specific journey and simply leave the rest behind. What we have unfolding in the channel notes scattered across my desk today is an energy that literally stopped me in my tracks before I even pressed record. As my pen hit the paper, one message after another began revealing a story so overwhelmingly powerful, so incredibly raw, that I could physically feel the electricity crackling in the air around me. This entire reading, this entire energetic download, is about someone who is completely, utterly, and dangerously possessive over you, even though they have never spoken those heavy words out loud to you, even though they have kept this obsession locked away in the darkest, most private vaults of their mind. That intense, magnetic feeling is growing stronger and more unmanageable every single day, and it is getting remarkably harder and harder for them to hide it beneath their carefully constructed surface anymore. I need you to understand something crucial right from the beginning. This is not about chaotic, unhinged desperation or some wild, erratic obsession spiraling out of control. No. The energy I'm picking up from this first note right here is controlled intensity. This is absolute authority mixed with a deep, intoxicating desire. It is a dark, magnetic pull that is highly calculated, highly deliberate, and remarkably patient. We are talking about someone very likely carrying a highly dominant masculine energy, who deeply knows his power. He doesn't compete loudly for attention because, truthfully, he has never had to. He exists in a privileged, elevated space where people naturally and effortlessly gravitate toward him, where his sheer presence alone commands an entire room the second he walks through the door. But when it comes to you, something ancient, something entirely primal and untamed awakens deep inside his chest. My next intuitive note here simply says, he wants the gates locked. He resents anyone else even touching your energetic field, your physical space, or your private world, even if he has not claimed you openly in the physical reality. Even if the words of commitment or desire have never once left his lips, in his psychological landscape, you already belong to him. In the deepest, quietest corners of his mind, you are his, and you are his alone. His private thoughts are completely consumed by your image, obsessed with your essence, and it is quietly driving him to the absolute edge of his sanity. He feels from a place of deep entitlement and deep admiration that no one else around you has the right to access your heart. He looks at the others circling you and genuinely believes no one else is worthy of your caliber. This is a person with overwhelming presence, with an aura of power radiating from every single pore of his body. He is not an insecure person. He is not needy. Not even close. He is deeply aware that he is capable of incredible, monumental things in this physical realm. He likely has significant power, sharp intelligence, invisible wealth, or abundance flowing seamlessly through his life. He feels entirely complete in so many external ways, standing tall like an immovable fortress that cannot be shaken by ordinary circumstances. He genuinely doesn't think anyone else in his immediate environment can compete with him because, truthfully, in his constructed world, they can't. The natural confidence he carries in his posture is almost overwhelming to those around him. You could easily call this person a powerhouse, an absolutely unstoppable force of nature. And this unstoppable powerhouse, he wants you, deeply, desperately, completely. As we move deeper into this energetic channel, looking at the messages pouring through, things are about to get even more intense. This person is incredibly charismatic, naturally commanding in every single boardroom, social gathering, or event he enters. People inherently listen when he speaks. They lean in physically. They follow his lead without questioning. People instantly recognize his immense worth, his undeniable power, his sheer brilliance. There is something intoxicating and magnetic about him that nobody can deny. Because of this, he is entirely used to being desired. He is used to being followed, prioritized, and instantly chosen. All it takes is a subtle smile, a lingering glance from him, and people essentially fall at his feet, eager to please him and earn his fleeting validation. But here, right here on this next channeled note, is where everything in his universe completely flips. Here is where you unknowingly shattered his entire perception of reality. The note reads, "You didn't bow. You didn't fall for any of his typical charm. You didn't react the way every single other person does." And that exact indifference drove something wild, feral, and obsessive straight into his soul. What exactly are you doing differently that is making this highly successful, highly sought-after person so consumed, so intensely possessive that they literally dream about your face? You live so securely in your own beautiful world, entirely complete and spiritually whole within yourself. You do not need his attention or anybody's attention, for that matter, to validate your existence or make you feel worthy of love. You have your own choices, your own favorite things, your own favorite people that you prioritize. But this person, he is not one of them. He is not even in the running for your attention right now, and it kills him because he knows it. You know exactly who he is. He knows exactly who you are. There was something so profound about your vibration that grabbed his attention like a literal lightning bolt. But you didn't look at him with stars in your eyes. You didn't give him a single solitary drop of your precious energy. And that stung his ego so deeply that it has literally haunted his mind for days, weeks, maybe even months. I'm getting a massive download right now that this person has been losing sleep. Your face keeps appearing vividly in his mind's eye the second he closes his eyes. Everything in his perfectly ordered life suddenly felt like it was fragmenting and falling apart. You are not someone who is easily impressed by superficial displays of wealth or swayed by smooth talking. You didn't seek out his validation. You didn't orbit around his presence. Instead of his massive ego losing interest, you became his absolute center of focus. You became the ultimate enigma, the one singular person he cannot stop analyzing and thinking about. This specific masculine energy does not create loud, messy drama. He does not make territorial, chest-beating displays in obvious, embarrassing ways. He knows exactly where he belongs, and he knows who truly matches his formidable energy. A powerhouse will always inherently recognize another powerhouse, and he recognizes the immense, quiet power residing in you. He doesn't openly accuse you. He doesn't interrogate you. He doesn't try to outwardly control your movements. Instead, he contains all of this burning obsession deep inside his chest, letting it build until it is almost physically unbearable for him to carry. But you will feel it. Oh, trust me, you will feel it. He watches closely who approaches your space. He studies intensely how they interact with you, how you respond to them, and I promise you, he remembers every single minuscule detail. Unknowingly, completely unconsciously, you have been feeding a massive spiritual hunger inside of him. The more indifferent you remain, the stronger his primal desire becomes to claim you, to merge with you, to make you his and only his. This person's energy is aggressively rushing toward your timeline right now, building incredible momentum. Your energetic vibe is fiercely independent, radiating an aura that silently screams to the universe, "I am completely whole. I do not need anyone to complete me." Without your explicit energetic permission, no one can truly approach you. No one can meaningfully enter your sacred life. And that is exactly what he is hopelessly, dangerously crazy about. He views you as an absolute treasure, a breathtaking, rare gem. People look at him and they are so easily swept away by a tiny drop of his attention. But absolutely none of that material illusion impressed your spirit. You looked at all his worldly success, and your soul simply thought, "So what? I can easily create these things on my own." This person gets jealous. Incredibly, deeply, burningly jealous. He is an established powerhouse who honestly never thought his heart was capable of feeling this much raw emotion for another human being again. But there are very specific, sharp triggers that light him up internally. It happens the exact moment he sees someone else speaking to you a little too comfortably, and he witnesses you responding with that warm, glowing, receptive feminine energy. It deeply irritates him like burning embers trapped directly under his skin. He won't react immediately. Instead of violently exploding or throwing a tantrum, he simply goes dead quiet, and when a truly dominant, powerful man goes completely quiet, it is never a retreat. It is pure, unfiltered calculation. He is plotting his very next move with the cold precision of a grandmaster in chess. What we have unfolding here in this reading is a dynamic that is absolutely breathtakingly mesmerizing. The channeled notes are radiating the pure energy of a person who is exceptionally clear-minded, a man who knows exactly what he wants out of this universe, and who is currently charging forward with an unwavering, terrifying level of intention. He is actively beginning to establish his undeniable authority within your timeline. You will see it through his direct actions, through him unexpectedly taking bold initiative, through him aggressively creating a dozen transparent reasons just to spend 5 minutes of time with you. The strategic power move I mentioned is currently being carefully, meticulously prepared behind the scenes. This is going to be a heavy, profound statement of masculine intent, a bold declaration of exactly what he deeply wants, and exactly what lengths he is fully willing to go to in order to get it. His impending move will feel heavy. It will feel like he is aggressively, rightfully claiming your complete attention. Very soon you will vividly feel the confusing dynamic shifting. He will start showing up physically exactly when you least expect him, miraculously appearing in the quiet, private places you previously thought were just yours alone. The profound, heavy message hiding underneath every single one of his actions is beautifully, breathtakingly simple. I am here. I am deadly serious about you. I am absolutely not backing down, and I am entirely done being silent in the shadows. But I need to pause here and remind you of something critical. Please remember that all energy is fluid, and this is a general spiritual reading intended to provide intuitive guidance and deep reflection. You must always use your own sovereign discernment and entirely trust your own powerful intuition when navigating any real-world connections. This heavy, dominant energy isn't asking you to submit blindly just because some powerful man is hopelessly crazy over your existence. The spiritual universe is explicitly asking you to stay fiercely centered. Watch very closely how this man actually behaves. Physical, undeniable actions speak infinitely louder than hollow words. Watch his steady consistency, not just his fiery intensity. A truly high-value masculine man who is authentically claiming sacred space in your life will show up reliably. He will prove himself worthy through steady, unbreakable, protective action. All you need to do right now, my beautiful soul, is sit gracefully back in your feminine energy. Watch patiently how this entire dynamic beautifully unfolds. Let his physical actions bravely speak the absolute truth of his deep feelings. And most importantly, let yourself remain deeply grounded in exactly who you are, in your undeniable self-worth, never compromising your beautiful essence for anyone else. If this profound message resonated deeply within your soul today, please type and comment, "I choose deeply aligned energy," down below in the comments, to physically anchor this manifestation. Thank you so much for being here in this sacred space with me today. I will be coming back with the next intuitive energy reading very soon. Until then, love yourself fiercely, and remember that you are entirely worthy of absolutely everything beautiful this universe has to offer you. God bless you, and I will see you in the next one.